and welcome to Hot and Spicy. I've been so pushed for time this week. I've had to do my workout whilst I'm presenting. Hang on guys, I'm gonna need to stop. I'm exhausted. Sorry about that guys, I'm feeling much better now. Today's show is about making a concoction of lean beef with rice and the addition of pine nuts. This well-balanced meal provides you with protein and carbohydrates, everything you need to give you enough energy to last you all day, as the combination promotes slower release of the body's resources to allow you to keep going for longer. I really wish I'd known that 5 minutes ago. Perhaps then I would have finished my routine. Oh well, better go and get changed now before I'm late to the kitchen. See you soon! I'm joined again today by the lovely lentil ladies, Maria and Claude. So girls, what are we going to be cooking up today?
I have to say your dress is lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Your sparkling.
Oh, thank you.
It's almost distracting from but beauty is nice to have.
Oh,
around.
thank you very much. So what dish are we going to be making?
We're cooking an oriental rice, which is a sort of jeweled rice because it has nuts and spices and meat, and it's quite a rich dish which you usually serve with chicken or some form of meat.
This dish is flavoured with allspice and cinnamon, normally only cooked on special occasions due to its highly decorative nature. The exquisite nut topping is the perfect parallel to the icing on a cake. It's just as delicious, yet much better for you. You will need 200 grams of minced meat, 250 grams of basmati rice, 1 small onion finely chopped, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of 7 spice mix, 500 ml of water, and a splash of olive oil. For the nut topping, you will need 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, 2 tablespoons of peeled almonds, and 2 tablespoons of pistachio nuts.
So I'm going to get ahead and start by cutting an onion, chopping it quite fine to go with the meat. I'm using here lean beef mince. I like to use lean because I'm conscious about the sort of unnecessary fat that we ingest, but you can just as well, if you like, if you prefer, and if you don't have a problem, use regular mince, which is a bit fattier.
This dish can also be made with lamb as well, can't it? Depending on your taste.
You can use lamb if you like the taste of lamb. I can do, or you can do a mix, which is quite nice, about 50% of beef and 50% of lamb. Mm-hmm. So now we've chopped the onion, we're going to fry it a little bit, soften it with the olive oil in the hot pan. And then we'll add, and once it's softened, we'll add the meat to it.
I wait just a few minutes in order to have the pan hot, which makes the cooking better. It will seal the onions. Mm-hmm. And then I add, the pan was already hot. Now I just, okay.
So do you want the onions to brown?
Not really brown, but...
Would you like some salt?
Yes, please. I add some salt on the onions, which makes the onions sweat a bit, so you won't burn it, but you cook them, you don't braise. You need this, and then in 3-5 minutes, we add the meat. So it's very important to sauté the onions first. We do it also in Italy, from risotto to soffritto, because you give flavor. If you don't do that, it's a bit boiled or without the personality that gives the onions a special taste. Mm-hmm. So we do also in Lebanon. And now we add the meat.
So how long have we left the onions in for?
We left from 3 to 5 minutes until they start becoming a bit golden. Mm-hmm. And now what we do, we flash with a spatula. We flap the meat and we want to seal the meat. And so we do it until you see the borders becoming a bit lighter. Because if we stir it, the water comes out and you lose both taste and also consistency. So it's very important this stage.
To keep the meat even.
To keep the meat even. And then I learned it from Lebanese. And I must say that I do the same when I make my ragu bolognese, because it's much better, I find it, rather than stirring the meat, to seal it like this.
And then we're going to need to stir it and separate it.
Yes, after in a second. Can you see? So.
Yeah.
And this I do it with a wooden spoon in order not to scratch the bottom of the pan. Okay, now we can put.
This is the allspice.
And allspice is quite common in other Middle Eastern countries as well, isn't it? Like Palestine and Syria.
Oh yes, the allspice is actually Jamaican spice, and it's one spice. It's not a mix of spices. Most people think it's a mix of spices
Because of the
it's
name,
just one
allspice.
And in Arabic we call it bahar helu, which means sweet spice, which means sweet pepper rather. And it's a very fragrant spice. It's lovely. We also use a mixture of spices which are called 7 spices. Again, these vary from country to country. I know that in Palestine they have it, and they have a delicious one, but the mix is slightly different to the one that you find in Lebanon, for instance. Or again, in Syria they have it. It's similar, but there are tendencies. The notes change. Sometimes they may add a bit more cinnamon, sometimes they may add a little bit more nutmeg. It depends also on the spice maker. This is the black pepper.
So as opposed to allspice, that is literally just one spice, and all spice is just the kind of almost the branding. 7 spice mix is literally seven spices. Right, I see.
So now we add rice, which is basmati rice. And we just let it combine with the meat, and we add the water.
Now the nice thing about the water, it should sizzle like this. So you bring it back to the boil very quickly, a quick boil, then you lower the heat and leave it to cook. It doesn't take very long. It takes about, under 20 minutes.
Does it need stirring?
You should never stir.
No. It's not a risotto.
Yeah.
So
I made a mistake at the beginning.
And why do you not stir it?
Because if you stir risotto in order to combine rice. But this rice, it will absorb water and combine without stirring. If you stir it, you spoil the cooking process, and the rice could be what can I say? Not break, but it doesn't keep the shape as it will without stirring. The thing is,
The thing is about this rice, it really needs to be like a pilau. It should be, every grain should be separated. It's and if you stir it, you release the starches and it becomes clumpy. While the rice is cooking, we're going to decorate. This is a jeweled rice. We're going to decorate the rice, garnish it rather with these lovely nuts. So almonds, pine nuts, and pistachios. And what I'm going to do is you can either fry them in a frying pan, or the easiest way is to put them in the hot oven all together for about 6 to 7 minutes. So it's 180.
Does that roast them, or?
It will roast them, yeah. So they become a little bit crunchier and they take a bit of colour, which is lovely. And now could you please put this in the oven? We put it in the oven at 180 degrees for around about 7 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Thank you. In the meantime, we're going to make, next to the rice, a little bit of a yogurt mix, which has a tiny bit of dried mint. I love the smell of dried mint, don't you?
Yeah, it does smell nice.
It's nice.
It's all about
I need a bit of
flowers and
salt.
herbs.
And then you put it in the fridge and leave it to rest, and then you serve it next to your...
Do you find that the mint flavour stays with the yoghurt? Or the yoghurt kind of swallows that up?
Does. No, the mint. And I also would like some olive oil, which I think is here.
And is the salt just to give it a little bit of flavour, or does it kind of serve a purpose of absorbing anything?
The salt is to give it flavour.
Mm-hmm. And what about the oil?
And the oil to give it also extra flavour and extra richness.
Mm-hmm.
And then it waits until the rice is ready.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to leave it, put it in the fridge, and once the rice is ready, we're going to serve it.
The rice is ready now.
Wonderful. Let's have a look.
Oh, wow, it's lovely.
It's cooked beautifully.
Can you
It is
smell?
well, yeah.
Yeah, it smells really fragrant.
Now what we're going to do, we're going to serve it on a plate for you to try.
Is this metal?
This is just something to form the rice so that it has a nice shape.
Does it stay there, or do you just use it to make a shape?
Just to make it a shape, and then we'll take it off, and then we will put some of the lovely nuts on it. Some more pine nuts. Now, of course, you can serve it in a big dish. And then we're going to put a little bit of the yogurt, which we prepared earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can take this away.
Wow.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Now?
Ready to eat?
Ooh.
You ready? You hungry?
Yes,
I think
definitely.
you are. Now, that's when things fall apart, of course.
That looks perfect. That looks perfect to
and then
me.
we can add a few more just for
Decoration.
decoration. I love them. I think this rice without the nuts is really not.
Are all the different nuts just to create different colours, or do they add different flavours?
Of course, they add flavour and colour and richness to the dish.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is really a feast dish. It's not an everyday dish. It's something that you make on a feast day, or if people are
Birthday?
celebrating something, a birthday lunch. It's usually served with rice.
Mm-hmm.
They can even stuff the rice with this, the bird with this rice.
Mm-hmm.
And then serve it on the side as well.
You will need 200 grams of minced meat, 250 grams of basmati rice, 1 small onion finely chopped, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of allspice, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of 7 spice mix, 500 ml of water, and a splash of olive oil. For the nut topping, you will need 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, 2 tablespoons of peeled almonds, and 2 tablespoons of pistachio nuts.
Alright, now is the moment of truth. I'd like you to try this. Have you ever had this rice before?
No, I've never, and I never would have thought of putting meat rice with yoghurt.
Oh, how delicious.
So I can't wait. Right, let's tuck in. Oh, and it's meant to crumble, isn't it?
Yes, that's the whole point of this rice.
Delicious.
If you get the
Oh.
nuts and
There's some yoghurt.
it's good.
That's delicious. Aren't you guys going to try some?
Oh yes, Maria.
Yes.
Let's all tuck in.
That's all okay.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. I love rice.
Lovely. Rice is a great source of carbohydrate which is broken down gradually into an energy source for the body. This natural energy source promotes an even distribution of its vitality from the time it is consumed, opposed to the sudden buzz that can be acquired from sugary products. This constant flow of energy is much better for you as it will keep you going for longer without you feeling the urge to snack between meals. To see more information about the show and a list of all our ingredients, please see www.levant.tv. Please also like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Hot and Spicy TV Show. So until next time, be sure to keep it hot and spicy.